I saw Michael Misa carrying his hockey bag out of the building here the other night, so I knew where he was going and wished him luck. It's amazing that he's going to have this opportunity in a season where it's already started for him at the NHL level. Two things about Michael Misa. I mean, a small sample size of what you got to see already. Where's he even at? Because my view is that he's almost like, and we're at the holiday season, he's almost like a present that hasn't been able to be opened yet by the team. We don't fully know where he's at, what he could be, and we can't wait to see it.
Yeah, he's going to be a really good player. Look, and obviously the injuries, pushed him back a little bit. I think when he came in, there's a lot thrown at you. The game is extremely fast. The pace is fast, especially early part of the season. And then unfortunately he gets hurt. But he's going to be a special player. We see it day to day through practices. Obviously went down and played for the Barracuda there a little bit. So, I think this would be a great opportunity for him to represent his country, be an important piece of that team, touch a lot of pucks. I think that's important for skilled players to make sure they get their puck touches and they feel good about where their game's at. And I think this is an important piece to his development, really.
I mean, from the team aspect, from the franchise aspect, how do you even start to realize what impact he could have on this team, hypothetically, 2-3 years down the road? What an addition. And again, he's here, and he has been here, but that he hasn't even been able to impact this team yet.
Yeah, and we know he's there, and I think that's more of a Mike thing. He can look forward to that. He knows we have a special player there, but we're going to focus on the guys that are in the lineup tonight and be exactly where our feet are, like we stress to our players.
As a coach, I mean, you're obviously around all the players all the time, and you're there to help guide them through a season, but can you really impact culture? Do the players need to foster that organic culture? Ryan Reeves, I feel like, has done a tremendous job as an addition this year. Tyler was already doing it last year. And maybe how do you do hands-on stuff, or do you hands-off to stay away from it? How do you help foster that?
A little bit of both. I think it starts with bringing in good people and with men of high character. And that helps grow that and start that and kind of start transforming it. And we've done a really good job of that here this year, bringing in the Reeves. We have good young players that are good people. Barclay Goodrow's an important piece to that. Tyler Toffoli. I mean, I can go up and down the roster with guys that have really been an important piece to that. Do we try to help carve that and mold that a little bit as coaches? For sure, but a lot of that, I think, when it's organic is when it's best, and I think when you win helps as well. So there's things that we do on the road, there's things that we do as a group. Maybe it's off the ice to kind of keep them kind of growing forward and understanding on what it needs to be part of a team and have success on and off the ice.
All right, for 2 weeks in February, I will be taking a vacation. The NHL stops its schedule for the Olympics. What will you be doing? Will you be watching all of the Olympic games? Some of them? How will you consume it?
I'll take a little bit of a break. Like I said, this has been a lot here.
Your family's calling.
Yes. I got to spend some time with my kids, but I'll watch it for sure. I think it's going to be great hockey to watch. I think it's going to be similar to the Four Nations in a sense of that type of atmosphere, represent your country. I think it's going to be a really, really fun tournament. And even not just the hockey, the Olympics.
Right.
I like to enjoy the other part of the Olympic sports as well.
I'm excited to see who also makes the team. And obviously everybody's going to focus on January or December 31st in Macklin, in or out, but it could be 4 or 5 members of this organization who represent different countries. What do you think is the valuable experience they get there that they get to bring back with them?
I think the important games that you're playing, the high stake tournament, that type of hockey can only benefit Macklin. If it's Wenberg and Eklund, if it's Khrushchev, to play in that environment and hopefully come back and we're still in this race, it can only benefit our group.
So you bring me to the next topic, and I've seen one of these Olympic seasons happen before, and this is not unique to the Sharks. Every team is going to shut down, right? And then have to start back up.
Yeah.
And the Sharks are having a great season. I mean, all things considered, we like the direction of where things are going. I don't want to say concern, but is it something you think about of how to start this thing and pick up where you left off? How will other teams do that? Will some teams have a better fate starting up than others? How do you see all that?
We've actually kind of already, as coaches, kind of talked about it. We had an off day where we kind of looked at our schedule and how do we want to structure it.
Right.
It will be sort of a mini training camp. The players don't know that yet, so.
Oh yeah, they're going to love that. But bag skate in February?
We'll have to ramp it up here a little bit. But you got to be smart about it. So there'll be a lot of meetings with our sports performance staff and where we want to go with minutes on the ice, in the gym, how fast do we have them going, throughout drills, the rest and recovery. There'll be a lot that goes into it, but we've kind of structured those days so far already, and we'll get get going here as we get to the end of January.
We have any ASCII fans in here? Yaroslav Askarov, yeah, very, very popular. In a recent interview, I was just, having the normal conversation with him, and there were a couple, just language barrier moments, and his English is great, but there's still some times where it's not his first language, and I'm wondering from the coach's side, and it's not just ASCII, but any other coach any other player you've ever had over the years where English is not the easiest thing for them, how do you as a coach and your staff, how do you fight through that to make sure that they know exactly what you're talking about and that it all comes across the right way?
Yeah, it can be difficult. Russians especially, it seems like it takes them a little bit longer to pick up, and I think they sometimes think they know what you're saying, but they really don't, and they don't want to tell you that. So a lot of times, like Orlov speaks really good English, and if I'm talking to Muck Makhmadulin, I'll bring Orly in as well and just communicate it. Obviously, we have the Bakov in the organization. He's around to speak the language. The Swedes speak really good English. Yeah. Khrushchev speaks, I think, 4 languages, so there's no issues there. So a lot of times you bring in some other resources, and usually the video usually backs it up. These guys are pretty hockey smart, so when you show them something or there's a drill to explain, they can pick it up through video. So that's what we use a lot with our resources. And then if not, it should bring in one of the older guys or Nabokov.
We talk about how even somebody like Macklin Celebrini was a very good player last year and somehow is better this year. I don't know where he found that next year. How about yourself? First year as head coach here to second year. How have you gotten better?
Yeah, I think I found a little bit more patience in myself, especially with the referees. But you feel more comfortable each and every game and in the season that you go through and the experiences that you get. And sometimes the experience you get what you don't what you want. And I think we had a tough year last year, and it can wear on you, but you got to push through and just keep teaching and keep coaching. But I've probably learned a little bit more patience in my life, and that's with some older age. I guess I'm getting up there.